Number 1. Google Photo found my girlfriend I never knew I had. Not many things in this world is free and unlimited. There is sunshine and there is Google Photo. I have been traveling around the world for the last 10 years and taken hundreds of thousands of pictures. The free and unlimited storage of Google Photo have been my most trustful companion. There is a tab called People and Pets. It recognizes your friends, families, and even pets from your pictures. I didn't think much of that feature. I always traveled by myself, always among strangers, and have no pets. Whenever I opened that tab, I saw faces of strangers I had met once and never again. Some time ago, I noticed a face that showed up repeatedly in a few dozen of my photos. It was the face of a girl with a sunny smile. I don't remember ever met her, but I I decided to call her Sunny because of her smile. In the following days, Google Photo found more pictures of her. In the St. Mark's Square events, her face appeared on a random tourist in the background. In the soak of March, her face was on a half-veiled woman behind a closed door in the ruins of Machu Picchu. Her face appeared on a shadow of leaves cast on a stone wall on the remote Easter Island. Her face was peeking from behind a giant moha. She appeared on photos from every country I ever visited. Most of the time she wore her sunny smile, but sometimes she was sad. A few times angry, like in a morning I was pissed off by a crook taxi driver. I saw her face from photos as far as my first trip to London 10 years ago. I thought it was only a peculiar bug in Google Photo. Perhaps the Google AI was suffering from some pareidolia, like a human, seeing faces that never existed. Then Google Assist started to automatically create albums for me. One was titled Wandering the Street of Tokyo with Sunny. Another one was Adventuring the Amazon with Sunny. There was even one that said 10-year anniversary with Sunny. It was like Google thought Sunny was my girlfriend. Recently, I started to use the phone app Google Photoscan to digitalize my childhood photo. I came upon a batch of faded photos my parents took when I stayed in the children's hospital. I was 8 at the time and had a lung infection and was hospitalized for 2 months. There was a girl who always wandered to my bed. Her face was pale, but she always was friendly and we became friends very fast. She always carried a small earth globe with her, and once she asked me about places I like to travel. Everywhere, I told her. Everywhere is not a place, she replied. I picked a few countries I have read in books, and she told me about the countries she liked to visit. Together we came up with a whole list of places we would like to visit before we die. One of us will die in the hospital, she told me one day, but the other will live and visit all the places in our list. We made a pinky swear to seal the deal. At the time, I thought I was going to be the one to die. I felt sick and could hardly leave my bed. She looked pale, but she wandered around freely. But no, she had leukemia. She never told me her name, but her grandma used to call her Sunshine because of her sunny smile. I forgot when she died. After people died, their memory slowly faded like an old photo. I found the list again in the box, my childhood toys. Every country I traveled to in the last 10 years was on the list. Nepal was the last country on the list. While Turkan and Himalayans, I met a girl. We became friends, and later we started dating. Ever since then, Sunny's photo has started to disappear. Perhaps a Google engineer found the bug and fixed it. Perhaps Sunny is angry with me and wants to murder me. But more likely, I think she's happy for me, that I am no longer alone. Not many things in the world is free and unlimited. There is Google Photo, and there is sunshine and her sunny smile. Number 2. The thing in the window. Dear Journal, this is so stupid. How is a journal supposed to fix what's happening to me? Let me explain. I've been having these unexplainable episodes, as my psychiatrist likes to call them. For weeks, every night, while I'm laying in bed, I'll hear tapping on my window. When it's first started, I thought it was just the wind causing the branches to hit my window. But one night, a week ago or so, I decided to investigate. I went outside to move the branches or something to make it stop. When I heard what sounded like footsteps running along my house, I stopped dead in my tracks. Listening to the sound, it stopped. I brushed it off at first, thinking it was just me, but then it happened again. I wasn't moving. Once again, I brushed it off as a squirrel or something. I completely forgot about the window and went back into my bedroom, not bothering to close the door in case I had to get up again. After my resituating myself in my bed, I looked up to my window and felt my stomach turn inside out. There it was, staring at me. It was only for a second that it was there, but the image of it, its disturbing face was burned into my memory. Its skin was pale to be alive or even human. Its mouth was curled up into an unnatural, painful smile, revealing its yellow, jagged teeth. There were only a few strands of hair glued to its scalp, but most disturbing features were its eyes. They were so wide and so colorless. The only thing inside of them was a small black dot that I guessed to be its pupils. I can't put it into words how truly terrifying this monster was. Anyway, I could barely sleep that night for obvious reasons. When I woke up, I nearly forgot about everything until I noticed my bedroom door was open. Then everything flooded back to me. I decided to call my psychiatrist to tell her about the incident and the ones before that. You'll see, when I was younger, I had a lot of mental illnesses. I'd see things that weren't really there, so I figured this was just another case of one of those experiences. So I scheduled an appointment for the next day, and that is what it was. That night, it got worse. With the usual tapping, but turned into a loud banging against the window. I opened my eyes to see a horrifying black dot staring right into my eyes from outside of the window. I blinked and it was gone. I couldn't sleep at all. I just sat in my bed shivering underneath my blankets until the sun came up. So now you're all caught up. My psychiatrist told me to document everything in this journal. At the exact time, she told me she wants me to write, "I survived after every experience," to show that it was just my mind and have nothing to be afraid of. But I'm not sure if it will help. It feels so real. Tuesday, 10:46 p.m. I'm getting pretty tired, so I guess I'll go to bed. I don't want to, but I'm not about to lose sleep because of my mind playing tricks on me. I'm going to lock my doors and my window before I sleep, and I'm going to make a mental note to buy blinds and curtains tomorrow. Wednesday, 1 a.m. It happened again. It was there for a few seconds this time, but it went away. There was no tapping, though it was just there. I'm trying to convince myself that this isn't real, but it feels so real to dismiss. But I really have to do what my psychiatrist said. I'll try to sleep. When I wake up, I'll write down 2 words. Signify it was just all fake. 7 a.m. I survived. Thursday, 12:57 a.m. It's late. I'm worried that it will be there for me when I'm getting into bed. It always comes somewhere around 1 a.m. I'll lock myself in the bathroom with my journal and sleep in there. I'm too afraid to sleep in my bed. I forgot to buy curtains too. 1 a.m. I can hear it. I think it knows I'm not there. Why wouldn't it? It's hitting the window furiously. It won't stop. It usually just does after a few seconds. This isn't just my imagination. It wouldn't be happening. I'm not even in the room to hear it. 1:10 a.m. It's finally stopped, but I'm not getting up. I'm sitting in the bathroom with my back against the locked door with a dim light on it. I'll just stay in here. 1:12 a.m. I can hear footsteps in the living room. I forgot to lock the front door. I'm going to die, aren't I? I have to turn off my light. 10 a.m. I think I fell asleep, but I'm not too afraid to leave the bathroom. My light is off. There is light from underneath the door. I'll open the door soon. I survived. 9:57 p.m. It's been a few days since I wrote, which it's actually a good thing. Nothing has happened since the last experience that I wrote down. I feel good enough to sleep in my own bed. For the past few days, I've been locking myself in the bathroom to sleep, but the psychiatrist was right. It's just my mind playing tricks on me. 1 a.m. It's It's staring at me through the window. It's there as I write. I don't know what to do. It walked away. It didn't disappear. It walked past my window in the direction of my front door. It's my imagination, though. I'll be okay. I don't know what time it is. I don't care. I can hear it shuffling through my living room towards my bedroom. I can hear it breathing. It almost sounds like choking. It's horrifying. But it's just my imagination. I'll prove it. I will be okay. I'll wake up in the morning and write down the 2 words the psychiatrist told me to write. You'll see. Number 3. What happened on Flight 759? My name is Eric, and now I didn't want to talk about this, but I read 4 other stories about this flight, so I might as well tell you all about my experience on Flight 759. Sorry for the grammar mistakes. I'm still shook about that flight. Let's get on with this, shall we? I grabbed my ticket. I had to go fast. I didn't want to miss the flight, right? Looking back at it, it would have been better if I missed that flight because shit went down fast. I ran out of the bathroom realizing I might miss the flight. I boarded the plane and sat down. If any of y'all saw me, I was wearing clothes similar to Marcus Holloway. If any of y'all played Watch Dogs 2. I was sitting in the farthest back row next to the right window. I put my seatbelt on, set my laptop bag down, and grabbed my PC. And the plane took off. Everything was just fine until the end. Around near the end of the flight, turbulence hit us hard. People hit their heads and such, and landed back into their seats. My laptop bag landed in the seat next to me and almost knocking me out. My head was hurting kind of because of the fucking roof, so I'm sitting right. Well, we shake again, and the same shit happens. Things and people fly, and the lights go off. About a minute later, they're back on, and something doesn't feel right. Similar to the one guy's experience, a guy was standing at the front. I look at him. He waves and disappears. So I thought, how the fuck? Where did he go? And just decided to stay calm. Maybe it's my mind playing tricks on me? Nope. So we land, and it all seems cool until I get home, or at least I try. The main road is literally gone. Like, it never existed, never built. And that Papa John's around the corner gone as well. So I go to the nearest library, like one of the other people, and find that road was never ever planned, let alone built. Kinda obvious, as there was no road when I looked. I leave and go with some friends from college to McDonald's and eat. While talking to one of my friends, brings up Hitler and says he committed suicide in 1945. He didn't kill himself. He was assassinated, dipshit. I was wondering whether or not he was stupid, and he says Hitler killed himself, and to check the library. I head to the library after eating and ask where the history books are and run to them. I flip through and find this. Hitler died in 1945 by suicide, and yell fucking wrong, so I'm the same boat as Flight 795 passenger. We are all in the same world where Hitler killed himself when he actually assassinated in 1944, and when I'm about to leave, I'm stopped in my tracks by the exact guy standing at the fucking door. So I go to ask him, where am I? And he tells me that a few other people are in a parallel dimension, pretty much, and that some history here was changed, and I need to fix it. Blah ha ha ha. If any of you passenger can help me from Flight 759 passenger, it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. And to you, A10, 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 you need to kill Hitler. It's the only way I can help you. Any other way, I'm sorry. This is too much for me. I might update in the morning, but for now, I'm out. Goodbye. Hey guys, it's Mr. Big Bad Wolf here. Thanks for watching. This is my first Let's Read. So sorry for a few screw ups. I know there are a few in there, but I had a really good time recording this. I really enjoyed doing this. I think I'll do more in the future. Um, you're gonna have to bear with me. Like I said, there's a few. Like I've screwed up a few times while reading it, but hopefully it's not that bad, and you guys can still enjoy it. But thank you for watching, and yeah, like if you want more, and make sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications for more. And I will see you then.